At 6'10", number 17, Michael Porter Jr.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Nets. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. A pair of shooters at the guard. Curry and Hield. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. And it's Moody in at the small forward. And for Brooklyn, guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. Michael Porter's out there with Wilson, and it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the pace. And Greg, we don't expect the pace to be fast tonight. These teams operate in the half court, don't they?
Exactly. There's so much transition offense in this league. It's interesting to watch teams execute in the half court.
Here's Demon. There's the pick. With the drive. Here's Wilson. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Outside Butler. The tray. The rebound by the Nets. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one. Kicks it out to Wilson. Back to Porter. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Demon. Guarded by Kerr. Claxton uses the glass to finish the way.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, great to see Butler sharing the basketball. Passes like that help develop team chemistry.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. We discussed their matchup against Stephen Curry, and coach told me we have to be active. We have to be intense. We need to deny him the ball and smother him when he does have it. We have to take away his breathing room. Well, we know what happens when you give Curry room to operate, guys. Back to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. And here are the Warriors now, following the bucket by the Nets. That's to Demon. Now Wilson. Here's Thomas, wide open. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
And here is Butler. And a miss there on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's stolen by Green. Moody the pass to Curry. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. 6 on the shot clock. Basket counts.
And how about when Curry gets fancy with it? His confidence is what allows him to pull off these moves.
Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages. But they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
Here's Moody after the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy throwing it down. Wow, that was tough.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Outside Thomas. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Thomas got his 3rd basket of the night.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Moody the pass to Curry. And the rejection by Claxton. To the right side. Here's Wilson. That 3 off the mark. Warriors trail by 6. Curry finds Hield. Outside, Green. And here is Moody. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Here's Demon. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. Healed outside. Green with the ball. Still yet to score. 6 to shoot. Butler against Wilson. And it's Butler with the jam.
And everything Butler does, he does with a bang, including those 2 points.
Here's Demon. 11 points last game. Here's Claxton. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. They get Stephen Curry.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
Well, Greg, hadn't this been a fun season so far? And it feels like the highlights just become more and more spectacular.
And that's because these guys are so competitive, trying to constantly one-up each other, and the fans are the beneficiaries.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. That ball's off target. It's his 3rd miss. He's made 2 shots from the field. Pass to Thomas. Here's Claxton. Back to Thomas. 3-pointer. And it's Demon missing. Warriors trail by 6. Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Porter. With the shot. A shot by Curry. No good.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
It's deflected. Butler from outside. Rebounded by the Nets. Porter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To Demon. Free throw line jump shot. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Warriors trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the basket by Curry.
Well, Curry is just so smart, and he knows when to take advantage of the opportunity.
Down low, Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
His willingness to share the ball elevates this offense.
Pass to Moody. Butler feeling out of it. And the shot goes in. 6 points for Jimmy Butler.
Well, that's why his teammates look to get him down on the block. It is clear how confident he is down there.
It's Porter outside. Rebound by Butler. Warriors trail by 4. Right side Curry. The 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Curry's got 10 points.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best 3-point shooter I've ever seen.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
He is dialed in right now, perfect from the field this quarter.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
All right, fans. It's time to dance. Get ready to dance like everybody's watching.
he's checked in for Brooklyn. Mann comes in for Demon. And how about we check the numbers for Michael Porter Jr.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Now here's Melton, defended by Mann. Outside, Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Man, I mean, there's Athletic, and then there's Jonathan Kuminga. What a dunk right there.
Here's Mann. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Pass to Porter. Here's Claxton. Drives to the hoop. And Claxton throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Podziemski. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Claxton.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Outside Williams. Pass to Mann. Outside Porter from deep. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
To the inside. Rebound by Williams.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going very well.
And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. Kuminga finds Podziemski. Kuminga, screen on Williams to stop the run. Jump shot is good.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside Thomas. Shoots over Podziemski. Thomas, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Outside Kuminga. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Williams passes to Mann. To the middle. And Claxton throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Podziemski with it. Claxton covering. Pass to Melton. Over to the left wing. Knocks down the three ball. 5 points in the game.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Now here's Williams. Still scoreless. Porter, no luck.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Pass to Horford. Podziemski on the wing. Back to Horford. Off with the layup.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but indeed just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Nets up 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
They've got Traore. Also, Terrence Mann is out there. Sharp out there with Zaire Williams. And it's Clowney in at the power forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr. And after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
Look at Curry, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Now, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Now, here's Horford, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And it's Butler missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Stripped it away. Stolen. Now here's Butler. He's got 8. To the hoop, Butler, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Yeah, Butler just using that screen to perfection.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey guys, Jimmy Butler, quite the pairing with Steph Curry, and Steph said he's like the exact opposite player of me. He's dominating the paint, I'm dominating the perimeter. Butler said, I don't think I could be a better complement to him, and vice versa. They're not leaving him ever. I'm playing in so much space. Back to you guys.
A terrific fit. Thank you, Allie. And so Steve Kerr tries to call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Golden State. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move.
And guys, for the Warriors, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
Well, inconsistency is the word. Sometimes they'll lose a game they probably should have won, and they show you how hard it is to sustain success in this league.
Now Porter following the miss by Jonathan Kuminga from deep.
They're just playing well within the offense. Porter's not forcing his own shot and shows solid court vision and passing the ball.
Now here is Horford. Pass to Butler. Inside. And a dunk by Horford.
I like that decision by Butler to give it up. The pick didn't really free him, but it opened up options.
Here's Dennon, and it's good. 2 points.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
I love their approach tonight. They are hitting at a really high percentage.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
76% on the season from the foul line.
Stephen Curry's checked in for Golden State. Now here's Butler. 10 points for him. And the shot goes in. Butler's got 6 in the quarter. Brooklyn leading by 6. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Pass to Podziemski. A three-pointer, no good. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And I wonder if the crowd noise got in their head. It seemed like it was affecting them.
The Nets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Outside, Porter. And he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Podziemski, offensive rebound. Kuminga kicks to Horford. Pass to Kuminga. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Butler. Jacks up a 3. Oh, Butler draining the 3.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the Warriors, Green, he's checked in for Horford. Moses Moody comes in for Kuminga. And Hield subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. The shot's good. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Butler on the wing. Hield outside. Outside Curry. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
Paxton a screen on Curry. Shoots from the right block. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense nowhere to be found.
Outside Butler. Now Curry. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heel.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Curry from 3.
He's picking up right where he left off from beyond the arc this quarter.
Here's Demon, guarded by Curry. Pass to Man. Outside Wilson. Here's Demon, guarded by Curry. Fires from deep. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got his 6th assist on the night.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Demon. He has 6. Porter, no luck. And here is Curry. Outside Butler. Driving in. Oh, Butler slicing his way in.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Thomas checked in for Terrence Mann. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. Second, the Warriors. The fourth spot held by the Nets.
And both of these teams are really lighting it up from long range, shooting with tremendous confidence. This is a great game to watch. You almost have to expect a shootout when they meet.
Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Here's Thomas. Here's Wilson. And that time, also a missed shot. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Pass to Thomas. On the wing, Porter. Thomas against Hield. Out to the right wing. Here's Deming. 6 points for him. Launches it. Draymond Green grabs the miss. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Hield kicks to Kuminga. Back to Hield. Pass to Moody. And Curry has it in the corner. Over Deming. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Nets with the lead. The Nets working the ball around now. Thomas surveying the D. Over Curry. And again, it's the Nets missing. Golden State's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Lays it up off the glass. Curry's got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Jonathan Kuminga. He's getting around 16 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
Well, I just love his mentality and his approach. He is always ready to go when called upon.
Here's Deming. He has 6. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Kuminga the pass to Curry. Kuminga sends a screen for Curry. They grab their own miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Deming. Porter in the corner. Outside Wilson. The Warriors pull it in. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Curry with the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Curry's got 25 points.
Oh, terrific move there. I think he may need to check those ankles. He's just left the defender on the ground.
Man, that is nasty. What a move.
Now here's Wilson. 14 points from him the last game against Minnesota. Porter, no luck. Curry with it. That will count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Thank you. Well, Coach Kerr, what did you like about the way your guys have started this game off?
Well, I like the way we defended without fouling so we could get our flow. And guys just came in and made some big ones, and our offense got going.
The defense was disciplined. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Hey folks, first off, looking ahead to All-Star Weekend. Let's see who's in the running to compete in the three-point contest.
I remember when three-point shooters were just specialists, but now everyone's doing it. Hard to narrow down this list.
Yeah, but usually you have to be a truly elite shooter to win this event. Now let's turn our attention to Jimmy Butler and that impressive first half we just witnessed.
I would have loved to play with a guy like him. He's always looking to get teammates involved, dropping down, is non-stop in the first half, and also put it in the bucket. Looks like a fun guy to run with.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Curry has been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Here's Curry. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of two super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. A pair of shooters at the guards, Curry and Hield. And it's Moody in at the 3 spot. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. A 2-point game. Moody finds Green. Over Thomas. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Green's got his first bucket of the night. Pass to Claxton. And here is Thomas. For Hield. Thomas, no good. Warriors leading by 4. Here's Butler. Butler making it happen inside.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Claxton, guarded by Green. Pass to Thomas. And he uses the glass on the layup. Thomas got 10 points.
Inside, Cam Thomas really relies on his agility and touch to get it done.
Curry passes to Hield. Outside Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you can talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Butler. Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. That's the way I looked at it.
Now, here's Thomas. 10 points for him. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. The Warriors at last season's trade deadline swinging the deal for Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry said him signing an extension is big. He's committed for this run. It creates expectations, which I love. We all thrive off of that energy and that kind of environment. We are up for the challenge. Back over to you.
They're clearly all in. Allie, we thank you very much. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Curry. His last 10 games have been exceptional, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Nets trail by 6. Pass to Claxton. To the paint. Here's Porter. Jimmy Butler pulls it in. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Moody. Back to Butler. Clock at 6. Oh! Thrown down by Butler.
And if Butler gets going, he is not going to let up. He will continue to attack over and over again.
Pass to Thomas. Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it goes on Draymond Green. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
Curry's shot is off. Nets trail by 7. It's stolen by Hield. Green in the high post. Butler against Wilson. And slam dunk by Butler.
And he's never been shy about asserting his dominance. This is classic Jimmy Butler play so far.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Butler against Wilson. Right side, Thomas. Over Hield. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Thomas.
Well, if you didn't know before, this game is further proof that Thomas has a deep bag offensively.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. The Warriors, number 1.
And defensively, they have really set the tone lately, preventing teams from getting into any kind of rhythm against them.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Hield dishes to Curry. Pass to Moody. They kick it out to Green. Right side, Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hield. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch and shoot percentages. Can I get off threes and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing. And I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. Both free throws good from Hield.
And very quietly, Hield is one of the best three-point shooters in our league, as dangerous as they come.
To the left wing. Outside Porter. Back to Wilson. Pass to Demon. No good from outside. Warriors leading by 9. Butler kicks to Green. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
And when the three is going for Green, it's a terrific sign for this offense.
Outside Thomas shoots the 3. And Moody pulls it down. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Outside Butler. Pass to Curry. Fires the 3. And the Warriors, another 3.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Wilson against Butler. Now Porter. Thomas outside. And the Nets miss again. Warriors have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Outside Butler. Thomas against Hield. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Drills the three-pointer. Thomas got 17.
A volume three-point shooter, Thomas is going to take them regardless.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, wow, Watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
It's good from long range.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Porter. Now Claxton. Teardrop shot. The layup good by Porter. 15 points in the game.
A good defense there. Porter does go 6'10" with that 7-foot wingspan. How about a 9-foot standing reach?
Now here's Butler. 25 points in the game. Up top, Curry. Here's Moody. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Wilson. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 6 assists in the game.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Now here's Curry. 33 points for him. That's a 2 from Hield. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, that's just a wasted opportunity.
Here's Demon. He's got 6. Claxton the pass to Porter. Oh, good with the triple. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They lead by 11. Outside Butler. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
And how about the recognition by Thomas there, trying to keep others involved.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
To get excited and get loud, here they are.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
Get loud. It's time for team.
Warriors leading by 9.
Substitutions.
Pass to Santos. Now Podziemski. Over Thomas. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Brooklyn's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Now here's Williams. The Nets working the ball around now. Right side, Thomas. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Horford.
And such a strong guard. Thomas is tough to handle around the rim.
And free throw good from Thomas. And he makes both free throws.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
And there's the drive. Kuminga kicks to Richard. Pass to Podziemski. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Williams against Kuminga. On the wing, man. Thomas outside. Podziemski grabs the board. Warriors leading by 7. Pass to Santos. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. And here are the Nets. They're on an 11-3 run. Thomas dishes to Williams. Thomas a screen on Kuminga. Williams finds man. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Porter's checked in. 2nd free throw, no good.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Pass to Sharp. Puts one up from 19. And Santos pulls it down. Warriors leading by 6. Here's Podziemski. A rebound by the Nets. Porter's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Now, man. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got 5 points so far.
They will take that shot every time down the floor if they could. It's just great execution.
Here's Podziemski. Trains the three-pointer.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They had found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
All right, great pace, great energy. Keep throwing the ball ahead. You guys are just making the simple pass. That's good stuff.
Urging his team quite clearly to keep pushing the break.
And Kevin, Coach Kerr loves the energy right now. He's all about having the pace in his favor.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Williams is out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Sharp in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Well, this is what Butler does to you. He puts it on the floor and goes hard at the defense.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And stolen by Sharp. Williams in the post. Pass to Clowney. Right side, Porter. Back to Mann. Just 5 on the clock. And they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, that's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
In the corner, Horford with it. For the three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Williams finds Mann. Outside, Porter. Pass to Clowney. Here's Mann. He's defended by Podziemski. Mann can't hit. Warriors leading by 5. Outside Butler. Here's Richard. And the Warriors miss again.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Here's Mann. Right side, Williams. Sharp sets the pick for Williams. And then Sharp with the dunk.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
Here's Kuminga. That one goes. Count it. And the Warriors lead by 5.
Now, how about Kuminga right there operating as the primary ball handler in screen and roll action? That is a great decision right there.
Williams inside. Pass to Mann. For 3. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Outside Butler. He takes it in. He gets that one. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
An assertive penetrator. Love watching Butler use that athleticism to drive and finish inside.
They set the screen to the inside. Nets passing it around. Outside Williams. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Warriors leading by 4. Pass to Podziemski. Picked by Horford. Butler in the corner. Back to Podziemski. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Horford. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Mann. To the middle. Looking for Sharp, and he gets it there. Good work there as it goes.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
He is in attack mode every time up the floor, every single night.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
The mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old-school approach still getting it done in this one.
And we should also mention their work on the perimeter. They have found quality looks from deep, and they have knocked them down.
Pass to Podziemski. Right side Curry. Curry, oh, the concentration.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Outside Porter. Here's Demon. Pass to Thomas. Sinks that one from the post. Thomas got 21.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possession.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
Here's Demon. Guarded by Curry. Pass to Porter. Now here's Wilson. Yep, it counts.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Outside Curry. Butler sets a screen for Curry. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Outside Wilson. Pass to Demon. Outside Thomas to tie it up. Offensive rebound. And then Sharp with the dunk.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Back to Porter and finished off by Porter.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Butler. Got it. Good job in the low post. Butler's got 33 points.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
Wilson kicks to Porter. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got his 5th rebound in this one. Back to Curry. Pass to Kuminga. Now Butler. With some arc, Wilson grabs the board.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Porter.
Just so tricky with that little floating jump shot. Porter has a great feel for when to let it fly.
Back to Curry. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Porter passes to Thomas. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Curry with a wide open look. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Curry's got 41. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Over in the corner, commit. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be facing LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Jalen Williams and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Then for the Warriors, Green, he's checked in for Horford. And it's Moses Moody in for Brandon Pajemski. Now Thomas. To tie it up. It misses.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Stephen Curry misses the three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Warriors leading by 3. Butler outside. Curry looking around. Green with a screen for Butler. Count it!
And when the game is tight, Jimmy Butler finds a way.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets. Fires from 14. Does not go in.
Well, after a great start, he has really cooled off pretty quickly.
Here's Butler. Curry fires. The three goes down.
Well, if there's one guy in this league, you better run off the three-point line. It's Curry.
Now here's Thomas. He's tightly guarded. Good!
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And the Warriors making a change here. Fields checked in. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Now, Curry knocks down the three.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Spins. Wilson inside, defended by Butler. Puts it right back up and in.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
Now Butler. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Now Green. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Well, you can't let that happen. That seems like a mental mistake.
Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 7. And what's their best move at this point?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
Thomas fires and did the three.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Butler outside. Five to shoot. Hield. Three. Good.
What a gifted shooter. Hield is especially dangerous from the corner.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother me. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
In terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase another championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jimmy Butler.